Yeah, what's up, guys, and welcome. I've got three news headlines for you this afternoon. Secondary school student in Demsa local government area of Adamawa state sits on bare floor and windows in dilapidated building during lectures. And the second one is controversial UK-based Nigerian Pastor Tobi Adeboyega sprays Davido bundles of pounds as he performs at a nightclub. That includes a video as well. And the third one, National Union of Road Transport Workers, that's Nurtw, suspends MC Oluomo indefinitely. These are the three news headlines we're going to be talking about today. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And all right, guys, welcome back. We've got the timestamp just in case you want to click through and any of the news you want to listen to. Just use the timestamp to scroll straight onto the news. We're going to be picking, first of all, the Nurtw news, which has suspended MC Oluomo indefinitely. Musiliu Akinsanya, also known as MC Oluomo, has been suspended indefinitely as the Lagos chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Lagos State Branch. MC Oluomo is accused of insubordination and misconduct, bordering on inciting members of the union against the national body. The decision was taken after a query was sent to MC Oluomo over alleged interference in union matters, as well as a protest staged by his supporters, during which they accused the union at the national level of unnecessarily interfering in the state affairs. In a letter signed by the General Secretary of the Nurtw, Kabiru Yao, MC Oluomo was accused of incitement of violence and planning an attack on branches that refused to obey his order or not accepting directives from him from the national headquarters of the union. The national body of the union directed MC Oluomo to immediately hand over the mantle of leadership to his deputy chairman and release all property belonging to the transport body in his possession to the state secretary in a bid to avoid any leadership vacuum in the state. Right. This news has generated a lot of controversies among the people, that the supporters or the people that are actually against MC Oluomo himself right from the onset. A lot of people say it's just fake news, that it is not possible. Some people say it is possible. And as a matter of fact, yes, it is possible. If the president of a nation can actually be impeached if he has not behaved well, if he has not performed up to expectation. But it is only in the country Nigeria where we have that kind of a thing difficult to achieve. I mean, MC Oluomo is just a National Union Road Transport chairman of a branch. That's Lagos State Branch. So there is every possibility that he could be impeached or suspended or expelled completely. But because of the kind of person he is, people believe, because of the bodies, because of the supporters he has, they believe it is quite difficult for him to be suspended. But I believe that there's nothing wrong if anybody has not behaved to expectation or actually kicked against the authority of the body of the National Union of Road Transport Workers. There's nothing wrong in him being suspended so long he's kicked against the rulings of the apex body of that particular organization. And as a matter of fact, a lot of things has been happening. A lot of people say this is one of their political gimmicks and stuff like that. But me, I don't believe it's political gimmicks. I just want to believe that it is something to do with them, because there's quite a lot of things going on amongst these people: thuggeries, vandalization of properties, causing mayhem in the society, and a lot of things happened. And the letter has been issued, as a matter of fact, to him. I've got the letter right in front of me here. I don't know. I'm sure every one of you know who MC Oluomo is. If you don't know him, that's his picture on the screen. Just put the picture on the screen. Let people see it. And know, just in case we have people who don't know who MC Oluomo is. I've got the letter right in front of me here, which I'm not going to be able to read to you because of our time today. But I'm going to put the letter that has been written by the secretary of the Nurtw to MC Oluomo. I'm going to put it on the screen for you to see. Right. We have controversial UK-based Nigerian Pastor Tobi Adeboyega spraying Davido bundles of pounds as he performs at a nightclub. Bundles of pounds, bundles of pounds. Put this picture on the screen, please. Yeah, that's this picture. That's the pastor, Pastor Tobi Adeboyega sprays bundles of pounds. You know what bundle of pounds? We're not talking about bundles of naira. We are talking about bundles of pounds. Bundles of pounds. This is a man who is supposed to be a pastor. This is a man that has collected people's money one way or the other through tithes, through offerings, and what have you. And I'm sure some of his members or most of his members will be seeing this particular act of a pastor, going to a club. There's nothing wrong in you enjoying yourself. But then the fact that you are spraying Davido bundles of pounds. There are millions of people out there who find it difficult to have 3 square meals per day. And then all the money collected from the people, there are quite a lot of people in your church that are finding it very difficult to pay rent, to feed themselves, to pay school fees of their children, and all of those things. These are the people you've collected tithes and offerings from, only for you to gather the money together. And I know some of these pastors have their own other sides where they have their incomes, but I don't want to care about that. But because the father is a pastor, that's the reason why I'm actually talking about this afternoon. Controversial UK-based Nigerian Pastor Tobi Adeboyega has been spotted in a video giving Davido bundles of pounds. This includes a video. Watch the video for a moment. Right, you're all aware that Davido was at the O2 London just of recent, and they shut down the O2, to the extent that the O2 Arena itself had to rename that particular arena after him, David Arena, whatever they call it, for that particular night. It was a shutdown kind of a thing, and you want to try how much millions is made from that particular concert. And this pastor come around again to start spraying bundles of pounds, whereas we have a lot of people in Nigeria here who are suffering, who find it very difficult. There's not much of money you spend on the people in need that is too much. We have a lot of people who need to just eat. They just need to eat. That's all they need to do. And afterwards, after they are fine. But in a situation whereby there's nothing to eat, there's nothing to eat, are you going to now be talking about rent to pay? This is really sad. We just hope that the pastors, there's been a lot of issues. There's been a lot of talks about these pastors here and there, back and forth. It's very, very sad. I just hope that people someday will open their eyes and minds, and be able to know what to do, the right thing to do. Instead of you taking your money to the church, taking the 10% of your money to the church on a monthly basis or weekly basis, take it to the poor, take it to the needy. A lot of people are out there who will benefit the money. To every penny you give to them, they will appreciate it. They will pray to God for you. Rather than taking it to these pastors, and in turn, the pastors will take it to places like that to spread the money. Some of them buy private jets, exotic cars, and things like that. Whereas you, as a church goer, you walk barefooted. You don't even have a spoke of a bicycle, let alone buy a car. But then you can actually run around every week or every month or every Sundays to try as much as possible to bring one tithe. Some of you even borrow money to pay tithe. Some of you even borrow money to pay offerings. I don't know who is giving you that particular notion, and I don't know where you are reading that from, what part of the Bible you are reading that says you must borrow money to pay tithe. These are the kind of things your pastors use the money for. Give the money to the poor, to the needy. They will appreciate you. They will pray to God for you, and their spirit will actually pray for you. Right, on to the last one of today's news headlines. Secondary school student in Demsa local government area of Adamawa state sits on bare floor and windows in dilapidated buildings during lectures. Right. Put the picture on the screen, please. Yeah. That's the picture of the students. The students that are supposed to be the future of tomorrow. They're supposed to be the future leaders of tomorrow of this particular country, seated on the floor. How can students assimilate? How can students write? How can students, gain knowledge in this particular position, this particular situation? where you, the governor, the House of Representative, the constituents leader, whatever, you have your kids abroad studying. You have them in London, United States of America, you have them Canada, every part of the Western world, you have them studying, and you send money to them from Nigeria to wherever they are. They don't walk over there, as a matter of fact, but the students that you govern, the pupil that you govern, sit on bare floor. Look at the kind of a situation. Now, put the picture of the governor on the screen for me, please. Yeah, that's the governor of Adamawa State. That's the governor of Adamawa State, Honorable Amadu Umaru Fintiri. Sir, you are welcome, sir. Look at one of the schools under your watch. Look at the kind of situation the school is. Look at the floor. Look at how the students are standing, sitting on the windows, on the floor. How on earth would these people, with these students, write? How on earth would they even assimilate? How on earth would they even understand what the teacher teach them? It's quite sad. It's very, 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 very bad. And this Adamawa state is a state that receives close to 5 billion naira every month from the federal government. As a matter of fact, 4,627,113,940 naira 21 kobo is the amount of money this state receives from the federal government on a monthly basis. This is not included of the internally generated revenue of that state per month. So you want to begin to ask questions. If we begin to ask questions from now to tomorrow, we will not leave here asking questions of what they do with this money. You'll be very, very surprised. But then I'm not surprised, because we are used to it. We know these people. We know. A lot of states, not just Adamawa, we have Bayelsa, Edo State, Osun State, several other states that are still owing worker salary for 4 months. But yet they collect monthly allocations every month. These governors receive their own salary every month uninterrupted. The members of the House of Representatives receive their own salaries monthly uninterrupted. Allocations upon allocations uninterrupted. But worker salaries are quite difficult for these people to pay. In a situation whereby a husband and a wife works in a particular government parastatal or private whatever, and both of them are not paid for 4 months. How do you expect them to pay the school fees of their children, feed the children, look after themselves, for crying out loud? And you have your own children abroad studying. I was actually going to get a picture of the local government chairman of that particular area on the screen, but then I don't know exactly what happened to that. But I'm still going to find out what the problem is with that. Yes, but then to the governor of Adamawa State, sir, this is one of the schools under your watch. This is one of the schools. I know you cannot be at every local government, every school, every nook and crannies of all the states, but we are calling your attention to this particular school. Look at the way the students are sitting. This is quite bad and very, very, very sad. Very sad, very sad, very sad, very sad, very sad. Right, guys, those are the news headlines that I've got for you today, with the Nurtw who suspends MC Oluomo indefinitely. What's your take on this? Do you think this news is right? Do you think it's a political gimmicks? Or do you think it should be so because they have caused a lot of mayhem in the society? What's your take on this? Please leave it in the comment section for us. For the controversial UK-based pastors as well, what's your take on that? Now, as a matter of fact, a lot of people have started throwing in their comments with regard to that on the Instagram. Secondary school students in Demsa local government, you were just spoken about. What's your take on this? There's quite a lot of takes on it. We have talked about these leaders of ours, all to no avail. Right, guys, that's what I've got for you today, and I will be coming again with more news headlines. This is Chris Og Media Network. If this is your first time to this channel and you're interested in updated news items, why don't you go ahead and click on the subscribe button and open every notification bell icons. And the essence of this is that you'll be notified each time we drop a new clip. The notification icon is important. Subscription is free as well. All you need to do is just to click on it, and then you get notified each time we drop a new clip. I'll be seeing you at the next one. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.